Hey guys, it's Chad with Beverage Professor, the channel designed to teach you about all things alcohol. Let me ask you a question. What cocktail do you think is the #1 requested drink in bars and restaurants? I'm going to give you 1 second because that's all it's going to take. I'm sure everybody has the answer already on they're waiting, they've already said it, waiting for me to give the answer. All right, I'm going to give you the answer. Well, according to Nielsen data, it is the Margarita. I'm sure you got that. Anyway, the Margarita is a drink that everyone knows. It's the perfect drink for summer. It's the best, for me, it's best by the ocean. That's where I would prefer to have it, but I will drink it by a pool, by the lake, or on the lake, whatever. It's perfect. I drink it when I'm grilling. It's great for that. Also, Cinco de Mayo is coming up in just a couple days as I'm filming this video right now. And you have to have a margarita with Cinco de Mayo. Come on, that's like perfect. So anyway, it's just perfect for any day of the week, and definitely for your Taco Tuesday. You gotta have a margarita with Taco Tuesday. So anyway, today I am going to show you how to make 4 of the more popular types of margarita. All right, before we get started though, let's discuss when and where the margarita was created. So one story claims that the drink was created in 1938 by Carlos Danny Herrera, a Mexican restaurant owner who mixed this drink for a gorgeous showgirl named Marjorie King. Apparently, Marjorie King only drank tequila because supposedly she was allergic to all other liquors. So Carlos added lime juice and salt, and there you had it. That was close enough to what would be considered a margarita. But another one claims that a Texas socialite named Margaret Sams, or Sames, you spell it S-A-M-E-S. I don't know. I didn't know Margaret, so I don't know how to say her last name. But anyway, her name was she was also known as Margarita. Well, supposedly she mixed the first drink, or the first margarita, at a house party in Mexico. All right, another story claims that it was named after Rita Hayworth, whose real name is Margarita Cancino, during a gig in Tijuana in 1940. Who knows? I don't know exactly for sure. These are stories, but hey, there's some little bits of information for you. But anyway, we don't know for sure. But what we do know about the margarita is the drink evolved from a classic cocktail that was popular around that time called the Daisy. Well, the Daisy was usually made by using either a whiskey or a brandy with citrus juice and grenadine on ice. But then there was the Tequila Daisy, and this was made by using tequila and orange liqueur, lime juice, and a splash of club soda, which this is very close to how we make the margarita today, but no club soda, and we add another ingredient here or there, and then of course there's different variations. So anyway, also a little bit of information on margarita is that that margarita means daisy in Spanish. So there you go, some interesting facts. All right, let's get started making these 4 types of margarita. You ready? Let's go. Okay, that the first margarita we're gonna do today is just your basic margarita. This is the foundation for everything else that we're gonna do in the next 3. Anyway, we're gonna start out with, so the main ingredients in a margarita are just tequila. Obviously tequila. I like to use 100% de agave tequilas. I'm going to use a Blanco tequila. Blanco tequila means that it has not been aged, and if it's been aged at all, it's only been up to 2 months in oak barrels. So it's a very clean and crisp type of tequila. So we're going to start with that. Also, if you want to learn more, I'm going to do 1.5 ounces. I'm sorry. If you want to learn more about tequila, I have a video on that, so you can go back and look and find out more about tequila. So okay, I just did 1.5 ounces of my Blanco tequila. I'm going to use a triple sec. This is De Kuyper's triple sec. I'm only going to do a 1/2 ounce, or I'm sorry, 1 ounce of this. this jigger is an ounce and a half on the top, so I'm just going to kind of free pour and just guesstimate about an ounce. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of agave nectar. This is a sweetening agent, okay? And agave, what's neat about the agave nectar, tequila is made from the Weber Blue agave plant. And this is agave nectar. So anyway, so I'm going to, it says for about a quarter of an ounce, but I never measure it. Usually I just kind of give a nice little, just a nice little squirt, little pour there. And then we just need, I take one lime. It says basically an ounce of lime juice. I just take one good lime and cut it in half and then squeeze it in. I don't ever really measure it. You can if you want. Sometimes it comes out a little tart, but if you do that, you can always add just a little more orange curacao or something, and or the triple sec, and that usually will balance it out a little bit. All right, there's one half and the second. All right, there we go. Now, I didn't put salt on this. If you want to salt the glass, just take some of your lime, run it around the rim of the glass, and then you can just take some like very coarse salt and put it in a plate and then just dip it in, okay? But I'm not going to do that today. So, all right, let's shake it. All right, and then I'm just going to pour everything back in the glass. You can pour this over fresh ice if you want and strain it out and then pour it over. I'm just going to do everything in one. There is your margarita. Oh, delicious. All right, our next margarita goes by a few names. You'll hear it called Cadillac margarita, a golden margarita, or possibly even a top shelf margarita. It's basically a premium version of the classic margarita that we made earlier. So what does this mean? Well, it uses more premium liqueurs, and so the tequila is usually a reposado or an añejo, and the orange liqueur used is Grand Marnier. Well, Grand Marnier has a cognac-based spirit, and cognac is made from grapes and aged in oak barrels. So both the tequila and the orange-flavored liqueur will have some oak influence, and this is going to come across in the drink. You'll taste a difference. This margarita may have originated and got its name from the Cadillac bar in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. The restaurant eventually opened a location in San Antonio, Texas, and its Cadillac margarita became a favorite to all the U.S. patrons. So let's make this Cadillac margarita. All right, we're gonna get started here. I've already got ice in my shaking tin, so that's what you want to have first. Next, we are going to do, I'm going to use the Casa Azul Reposado Tequila. Again, all like reposado, well, reposado means rested in Spanish. So that means it's been aged in oak barrels for between 2 months and a year. All right. So I used 1.5 ounces of that. So there's a couple ways you can make this. We could make it with our Grand Marnier now and pour it into the tin and just go ahead and shake it all together. Or we can save this Grand Marnier and do it last and use it as a float. I'm going to do it that way for right now. Do it either way you want. So basically, all I'm going to do next is just our agave nectar again. So I'm just going to do 1/4 ounce like we did the earlier margaritas, but I'm just going to, give it a little, there, just a guesstimate of 1/4 ounce. I went ahead and squeezed some lime juice just for time, so plus my limes were a little small, so I didn't know for sure how much juice was going to come out of them, and I just figured I would, instead of just doing one like we talked about earlier and cutting it in half, I'm just going to measure this. So I just want about 1 ounce of lime juice. This is a 1.5 ounce jigger here, so I just have to kind of guess about what 1 ounce would be. All right. And so we're going to take that, we're going to go ahead and shake this. And again, we talked, I could have put new ice in this, but I'm just going to dump in for sake of time, and I could have strained it out into the new ice. And I did go ahead and cut a lime garnish. So when you get your limes and you cut them this way in the little thirds, I always cut a little slit here to just make it easy to put on the glass. All right, and we pour it in here. Now then, we're going to take an ounce of Grand Marnier, and we're just going to float it on top. And there is our Cadillac Margarita. Okay, this next margarita is by far the prettiest margarita, and be the one that everybody will comment on. They'll ask what you have in your glass when you're walking around with it because it's really pretty and it stands out. So we're going to make the blue margarita. And this is basically just a classic margarita, but we're going to trade out the triple sec for blue curacao. But I'm going to make it and we will show you what it looks like, or I will show you what it looks like. All right, we're going to start with, again, our 100% de agave tequila, or Blanco tequila. And we're going to go 1.5 ounces. And then we're going to use, I'm using Heron Walker's blue curacao. Basically, it's an orange flavored liqueur, just blue in color. Just like triple sec is orange flavored. We're going to use 1 ounce. And then again, our agave nectar, I'm going to go just 1/4 ounce. And our limes, just like a classic margarita. All right, squeeze that out. Let me get rid of this, it looks rough. And squeeze the juice out of that one. Get rid of this. All right, shake this up and see how this looks. Look at that. Look at that color. Look at that. See, everybody's going to comment on that drink right there. And it tastes really just like the classic margarita that we had earlier. Just much prettier. All right, our next margarita is the Italian margarita. I've seen this made a few ways, but I'm going to make it using amaretto. I've always made it this way, but I was doing some research and I came across celebrity chef Giada making it with limoncello, and instead of using the amaretto. So she made it with limoncello and then used lemon juice instead of like an orange flavored liqueur or even like some with orange juice or something like that. Some of them will make them with orange juice instead of triple sec or orange flavored liqueur. She made it that way. And then I was in Arkansas, of all places, at a restaurant after I had done this research, and went to a restaurant and noticed they had their Italian margarita. And I looked and it was made with limoncello. So I bought one and tried it and it was delicious. So, and while I was doing that, I also bought a shot of limoncello to go along with it and have it on the side. And it was very tasty. But anyway, they're going to have two totally different taste profiles, but I'm going to go ahead and make the one with amaretto, and if you ever want, look up the other one with limoncello. Try them both, see what you think. All right, so let's get started. I, again, have my ice already in the shaker. We are going to use 2 ounces of the Reposado tequila. Again, you can make this, if you wanted, I would probably use Reposado, it's good, but you could do it in Añejo as well if you want. I have Añejo. Añejo tequila, if you didn't know, is aged basically 1 to 3 years in oak barrels. So that's where you get your different, like the Blancos and the Reposado, and it's all about aging. Anyway, I am going to, again, use Casa Azul, and we're going to go 2 ounces. Let me drop that in and flip this over. Let's just do There we go. All right. So we got that. We're going to use 1 ounce of amaretto. And no agave nectar. Now, we are going to use some orange liqueur. I'm going to go ahead and use Grand Marnier again since we're using more premium liquors and liqueurs like the Di Serrano. Amaretto is, if you didn't know, amaretto in general is an almond flavored liqueur, and Di Serrano is one of the more premium style liqueurs for amaretto. But anyway, I am going to just use a 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier, and we're going to do that in here. Now, some, like I said, some will make these instead of using the triple sec or a Grand Marnier, for instance, they will take that out and make it with just orange juice or like a blood orange juice, and use just a little of that. So it takes out some of the alcohol and just changes the taste profile a little. And then we just need 1 ounce of lime juice. All right, and then we're just going to shake it. And just going to, again, strain it back into the glass. And there you have it. Oh, wow. All right, guys. Hey, that's our video. Now you know 4 different types of margarita. Please go try these. You know, buy them at a restaurant or make them at home. They're delicious. So give them a shot, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, share it, and please also leave me comments below if there is a topic that you would like to learn more about, you'd want me to make a video on. I love to get ideas from you guys, so please leave a comment. And I just want to continue to teach you guys about all things alcohol. All right, till next time, cheers.